a bop.
It is a boppy little intro. We're getting fancy here on a Tuesday morning. Hi, Shannon.
Good morning, Jason. I found the StreamYard music.
Yes, you did. It's really catchy. I liked it. It was very upbeat. It's a good way to start the morning.
I think so too. Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Yes.
Welcome to everybody. Jason, I want to say hello to my friend Sunny, who sent me a message and she said, I join you and Jason every single Tuesday. I learned so much from you. So I just wanted to give her a little shout out.
Awesome. I always love the feedback. So if anybody out there is watching and has some comments or if they have suggestions, I know we get a lot of those too. So we've got a nice backlog of software programs and applications to test out. And we also got some big interviews coming up. I know we've had an influx of people scheduling. So if you're interested in showcasing your platform or your technology, we can get you on the schedule and schedule a demo.
Definitely, we have a pretty full list of folks coming up. I was watching, Jason, people just take those 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock moments. And I'm excited about all the things we have coming up. But for today, we are defaulting back to our old format, which is you and I surprising each other. And I think you have a little surprise for me today.
I do. This one I just literally come across one of my email newsletters this morning. And, Shannon, you and I are big Spotify users, right? Super huge. I've been curating playlists on Spotify, I think almost 14 years now. Some of my playlists are 30 plus 40 hours. It's immense, obviously. So we're big music fans, but if you've noticed recently, they've also kind of dipped into the audiobook realm, right? So their premium subscription allows you to, I think, tackle around 10 or 15 free hours of audiobooks a month with your subscription, which is pretty cool. So I received this, and I'll go ahead and just share right now. But they've launched a new platform called Findaway Voices, where you have the ability to now upload audiobooks, start earning income, from distribution and sales on those audiobooks. So a new way for content creators to monetize audiobooks on Spotify, which I thought was pretty cool.
Whoa. Okay. What? This is exciting.
So
you can create an audiobook. You can put it on Spotify. So now they've sort of moved beyond podcasts. Shout out to 60 Songs That Explain the 90s, my favorite Spotify podcast.
Yes.
And now they're moving into audiobooks.
Yeah, look, and we've got redemption codes here. So if you are a creator and you haven't, so this is what I thought would be good for the show today, Shannon, because you've got an amazing book on time management. I mean, the name of the book is so amazing. I can't even imagine a creative genius would come up with such a thing.
I guess we have to fill people in on the fact that when Sean and I were writing the book, we were so secure in the content. We had no idea what to call it. And I was like, Jason, do you have any ideas? You're my creative friend. And you said, why not just call it It's About Time? And
It's about time. Yeah. So awesome book. So if anybody wants to check that out, obviously they can find that information on your website and your profile. But I kind of got the gears thinking here, especially because we showcase so much AI and so much technology now that is allowing us to take text and turn it into audio, that we could potentially take something like It's About Time, pump it through any one of these numerous platforms now that create audio files. And then now you have your audiobook that you can upload for free. And the other thing about this is that, you can do this and register absolutely free. So you would just sign in, which I did, and I'll kind of show you the dashboard here. So when you log in, what I thought was pretty interesting too is they tell you right out of the gate, like, now's a great time to fill out your tax payment information, right? So they're going to start paying you royalties if you're getting views, and they're going to want to make sure that all that money is going to go to Uncle Sam where it's supposed to, which is highly recommended. So pretty simple user interface. There's an estimated sales report. We've got some tracking here. So Spotify premium analytics, you got royalty reports. Obviously I don't have a book uploaded, so I have no, information here, but pretty simple UI and UX here to kind of just dive in and start pumping out an audiobook on their platform, which I think is pretty smart on their part too. They can get a lot new a lot of new content creators and a lot of new content onto their platform by kind of promoting this as free.
Wow, I am struck by this in 2 ways, Jason. First of all, it's fun to watch Spotify move into becoming a platform because it started out really as just a place for you to listen to music, and there were some distinct differences between Spotify and Pandora, for example, and I
Yeah,
think when you consider the way that Spotify is moving beyond that into ancillary markets, I think that's fascinating as a product company. But then it's going to be interesting to see how this now puts Spotify up against Amazon or Apple when we're thinking about places that you can listen to audio content.
absolutely. Yeah, I think this is a great new tool and a great new resource. It looks, fairly simple. Again, like we don't have the files, or we wouldn't have the time today to go in here. But if you wanted to get started, it's like, we can just put in sample title. This is going to be the title of our book. We'll go ahead and begin that. And then, here's opening credits. We've got the ability to drag MP3s or FLAC files,
Wow.
front matter, body matter, and back matter, and then ending credits. All right. And then there's a little retail sampler. I think this is extremely user friendly and intuitive. All you need is the files, right? So you can go ahead and we can generate those, like we mentioned, on any type of platform, kind of get it in here. Looks like there's a digital voice narration option here too.
Wow.
Digital voice narration from Google Playbooks and 11 Labs. So if you don't have one of those, it kind of prompts you to go ahead and get one. Yeah, this is pretty neat, and I believe it's fairly new. If it hasn't, if it dropped within the last week or so. So pretty cool.
I'm excited about this. And the other thing that I really like about this, I love technology for its ability to democratize access. So when you've got folks who are writing books, regardless of how they're being published, giving them the ability to stretch or introduce their books to a new audience via audio is so thoughtful when we think about the way that adults like to learn, right? Some people are tactile, they want to read, some want to listen. And I absolutely love how simple this is going to make this for people who are sitting on long form content.
Yep, absolutely. And then if you're getting somebody a little bit more technical or nerdy like me in terms of all the back end stuff, we've got access to all the metadata. So you have the ability, and a lot of this is also required, right? You're going to need this information, but then you can feed it in there because there's going to be some sort of search component, within the Spotify ecosystem, that you can probably help to optimize. So.
Well, I'm just thinking, I could I could have a book that I'm listening to. I could feed it into Notebook LM so I could get the key points. I mean, there are very few books that I like that I only read one time. So I love the concept. And I'm thinking, Jason, my favorite book is Mindset by Carol Dweck. And I've read that with a different lens every time as a coach, as a parent, as a boss. And it would be really cool to see if reading a book and then listening to a book brings out different themes or stirs something different in me.
Yes, I think that's a great example. Especially like, I have a lot of drive time. So like some of the days too, I'm in the car a lot. So it's really
Right.
nice to listen to, like you mentioned earlier, a lot of podcasts, right? And then audiobooks every now and then as well too. So I think you do get a different lens or perspective depending on how you're digesting that information, or even like you'd mentioned, what's going on at the time, right? There's certain books that just kind of appeal towards, different areas of your life depending on where you may be at. So this was another cool option to the redemption codes I saw from their homepage. I think they give you 100 free as well.
Ooh.
A great way to kick off kind of your promotional aspect when you do launch your first kind of audiobook on this platform. They're going to give you these codes that you can send out to your network and start to generate some traction there. So
Okay, I love this. I am going to reach out to our Sean McBride that I co-wrote It's About Time with,
yeah,
because it is time for us to, I think, take this book and put it on this just to try out this platform. And we can feed back to everybody how it worked. And I'm also thinking, Jason, as always, about the economic impact of this. Sean and I had a guy who was pervasively reaching out to us saying, I do voiceover work. let me narrate your book. I'll take care of it for you. It's only $70 trillion. And now, again, like back to the democratization, but this now puts the power in content creators' hands. If you've got long form content, Spotify's saying, we've got an easy way for you to put this up here.
I think so. Yeah, I just we're starting to see this in all industries, right? All types of different services and services out there, where it's now easier with the click of a button to kind of create this type of content, whether it's audio, video, right, images, right, anything creative on that aspect has just been flipped upside down on its head. So this is pretty cool. I definitely want to see the outcome there. I've got some long form content too. I might play around with. We talked about earlier as well with this and see just how it works. And maybe we'll do a follow up show and just kind of see what the platform's like.
I think we have to, Jason, before we break for today, I think it's critical for you to give at least a trailer of why our faces are so gigantic on this screen today.
Faces, yeah. Oh, usually you're probably used to seeing us with the background here, so we have the ability to change that. So we've also been now playing with YouTube Shorts. So if you go over to our YouTube channel, it's at New Tech Demos, and you click on the Shorts tab, you'll be able to see quick snippets of our previous episodes, and we've got a nice little backlog here. And I've been playing with a new platform that I think in our next OG show, we'll showcase how that works, because it's really interesting. It's a new AI platform that allows you to create YouTube Shorts from existing YouTube links or any type of short, right? We could push these to any platform. I think it's big, Shannon, only because with all of the chaos centered around TikTok, we've got this mass exodus and migration of people jumping platforms, and then also you're starting to see these new platforms or existing platforms kind of put these short form videos front and center, you know what I mean? And they're giving them a little bit more presence in the algorithms, which is nice, and it's great for people. So so I think our next show where we demo, me and you, we'll just we'll showcase that platform, and it's a really easy way for users to create shorts and then get them out on YouTube or other platforms for free too, which is crazy. Like, you get free credits. You'll have a watermark, which you'll see, if you go over to our YouTube channel, but still, I mean, click of a button, you're up and running, and it's pretty interesting. So we'll have that on deck for our next episode.
Wild. I think everybody's going to be excited to see that as people think about their course, their content creation, right? So how do you get those things out there? And I appreciate that. I was scared when I jumped on today.
In your face. Well, the nice part too is, like, we've already, our channel is kind of new on YouTube, right? So the show's new itself, so it takes time to gain traction and gain, followers and subscribers and things like that. But I've already seen these shorts surpass many of our video views. And that just goes to show, like I said, it's taking precedence. I said this earlier to a colleague. I think 2025 is the year of the short form video and the and the clips, in the orientation, that works best. So highly recommend anybody out there that's doing video content look into these platforms, and easily get them out there.
Well, we'll keep giving peeks behind the scenes, because that is the reason we are here, Jason, to surprise and expose. And
That's
I think
right.
we'll go out today on our favorite new song.
Oh, we got some jams and some schmozzing. All right, Shannon, we'll see you next week. Yeah.